What's good? Skano, hood politicking. As you know, the dominoes have already started falling as far as the FBG Duck murder. It's looking like that trail is leading straight to dirt. It's no secret in the streets as far as King Von's involvement. And although this is all speculation, look, I'm from this. It's not a stretch to believe Dirk had involvement also in that murder. He's the two top dudes, you know, the two bosses, so to speak. He's the niggas that got the bread. So they are gonna be the muscle, they the bosses. And but this is not what I wanted to make the video about, man. I want to ask you killers, you so-called gangsters, how many of y'all would have walked out that store that day? You know, because Duck knew he was gonna get murdered. More than likely, it was a good chance of what's to come. I mean, in those moments, you're not thinking that way. You just thinking, do what you gotta do to get out the situation. But how many of y'all would have walked out that store? Because Duck didn't have to leave that store. I mean, he could have just decided to post up in there, hide out, and call 911 and shit, and wait for the boys to show up and play it that way. But no, he stood on 10. He was what he's what he said he was. You know, when he went out there and he looked death in the face. You know, unfortunately, but we know how these things go. But I want to know how many of you niggas would have took that route. You know, because the pull up for multiple shooters and switches, and let loose. Yeah, that's one thing, you know. But to know death is imminent and still take that and still go that way, that's a different type of nigga. And I'm not glorifying it. Not at all. Because shit, that ain't no way to die. That's no way to die. Laid out on the street like a dog, bleeding out. Dude was headed for bigger things, man, but that's what this life brings you. Nothing but destruction, misery, man. All your dreams, they gonna come crashing down. All your goals, all your ambitions, man. That's all to it. So, I wish I could say that it's a real moral behind the story, but it's nothing but the same old, man. You know. But I have to give him that. Dude was solid. And like I said, man, there ain't no way to die. There's no way to live. But how many of you so-called killers would have looked death in the face like that? I don't believe you. I just don't. RIP, FBG Duck.